What is going on, Yankee fans? I am back at it with another New York Yankees post-game recap, or a series recap. And in this video, I'm going to talk about the New York Yankees and their disgraceful series they just had against the Tampa Bay Rays. And the New York Yankees are 5-10 on the season as they get swept by the Rays, lose the final two games of the series. They lost today 4-2, and they lost yesterday, what was it, 6-2? I don't even remember. But this series just flat out sucked. And this is the worst start the Yankees have had, I think, since like 1992, I think it was. Somewhere around there. But this is one of the worst starts the Yankees have had in a very, very long time. And as a Yankees fan, as a lifelong Yankees fan, I am not used to this. Because I'm used to see them winning all the time. And they're not doing that right now. They've won 5 out of their first 15 games. You know, they've lost 10 out of their first 15. And this is really bad. The Yankees couldn't hit water if they were on a boat right now. Starting pitching's been mediocre. Bullpen struggled a little bit this series. Yankees just could not play well at all. And especially the offense. The offense has been atrocious. It's been disgusting. I don't care if we don't have Luke Voit. We should still be able to score some runs. Especially against the Tampa Bay Rays, a team without Anderson, without Fairbanks, without Archer. And we're still not scoring any runs. It's disgraceful. But I don't really know what to say about this Yankees team right now. I get it's early on in the season, but this Yankee team is playing god-awful. It's just really embarrassing. To get swept by the Tampa Bay Rays yet again, a team that beat the crap out of you last year, and they continue to do so this year, it's just embarrassing. It really is. And I don't really know what to say right now. I'm just speechless. I didn't even make a video yesterday. Well, I did. I made a video just expressing my frustration about the Yankees. I didn't even make a post-game recap, so I'm going to talk about the last two games for the Yankees into one video. Yeah, if I miss a game, like I did yesterday, I'll just talk about two games in one video. But I was too disgusted to make a video, and I didn't even want to make a video tonight. That's how disgusted I was about this team. I am just really depressed. I'm very upset about this team. And I'm pretty sure, every Yankee fan watching this video, they're also very disappointed too. And they should be, because this team is a complete joke. And that was literally the title I had in my last video about the Yankees losing the series to the Tampa Bay Rays. God awful. This manager cannot get any dumber. He made horrible decisions in today's game yet again. He leaves Garrett Cole in way too long for the game-winning run to score. And then he takes Chad Green out and puts Darren O'Day in the game for him to give up a home run. And if those moves weren't made, we would have still been playing. But of course, he makes the moves because he's an idiot, and we lose the game 4-2. Now I get we couldn't score any runs, and that's not really his fault. But this guy is an awful manager. I am so done with this manager. I really am. He has made horrible decisions. He puts no fight into this team. He doesn't have any. He just sits in the dugout, chewing his gum, standing there on the top of the steps, doing nothing. And he doesn't pump up this team at all. It's ridiculous. There's no laughing in the dugout. There's no energy, no nothing. That's why there's barely any fans in the stands. Now I get, COVID's going to prevent fans from coming, but there's not much fans in the stands right now. That's how bad we've been playing. This is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Garrett Cole pitches his butt off today, and Chad Green does a great job, and Aaron Boone makes two stupid decisions, and it ruins their outings. Yesterday, Jordan Montgomery pitched well. It was 6-3. I think it was 6-3 yesterday. Jordan Montgomery did well, but of course the offense was lifeless. We couldn't touch Glasnow. Glasnow didn't even have his best stuff. We still couldn't touch him. Yesterday's game was awful too. The offense was dreadful. Rougned Odor hit a home run in that game. About time Rougned Odor actually did anything. He's not going to be long for this team. Who else? DJ had an RBI because he's the only guy that drives in runs for this team with men on base. And Judge had an RBI double, but outside of that, Judge has been horrendous at the plate. What am I missing from that game? I don't remember at that point, but we lost the second game 6-3 and lost today 4-2 to the Rays. Again, Garrett Cole did great as usual. He did great. He had one bad inning. I think it was the third inning. He had a little bit of a rough inning, but he got out of it, only giving up 2 runs. But of course, this lifeless offense couldn't score any runs for him because this offense is pathetic. This manager is disgraceful, and this starting pitching just isn't great. You know, this team is an utter embarrassment. That's what they are, an utter embarrassment. We just got swept by the Tampa Bay Rays, a team with one of the lowest payrolls in the league. We got swept again. When's the last time we beat the Rays at Yankee Stadium? Like 2 years? No, it hasn't been 2 years, but I think we only beat them like once at Yankee Stadium last year. That was the game where Chapman threw the ball over his head, and we all know how that ended. But just pathetic. Just a pathetic performance by the Yankees. We are 5-10 on the season. I can't even believe that. If you told me after the first 15 games before the season that we'd be 5-10, I would have thought you're nuts. But it's reality. This team is 5-10 right now. I understand it's April, and I get that there isn't really a team in this division outside of the Red Sox that are playing relatively well. And even the Red Sox, they got swept in the doubleheader today. Nobody is playing well. And the Rays weren't playing well into this series, and when they play the Yankees, they seem to snap out of it because that's what the Yankees are right now. They're playing worse baseball than any team in the league. Maybe besides the Rockies. They are playing worse baseball than any team in the league. We've lost 5 straight games. We're 2-8 in our last 10. We don't even have any injuries outside of Luke Voit and Luis Severino. And we're still losing to teams with a lot of injuries. Well, at least we have a change of scenery. We play a new team. We play the Atlanta Braves on Tuesday. We have a day off tomorrow. I hate day offs after losses. I hate that. But we have a day off tomorrow to regroup, and then we play the Braves on Tuesday and Wednesday, a 2-game series. Charlie Morton against Jamison Tyone Game 1, and then Corey Kluber against Ian Anderson Game 2. As they take on the Braves, who I think scored like 13 runs tonight against the Cubs. So they have a good offense. They can swing the bats really well, and the Yankees cannot right now. So the next series should be interesting, but at least we're playing a new team for once. We're not playing a divisional opponent. But 2-game set against the Braves starts Tuesday night. Both of them are night games. Both are at 6:35, I believe. And we'll see what happens against the Braves, but it's not going to be easy. I hope we can at least split. I'd love a sweep, of course, but the way we've been playing, especially against the Braves, I don't expect us to sweep that series. I really don't. I hope we can get a split. I'm praying that we can at least get a split. If we can split against Atlanta, I want a sweep. I would love a sweep. But if we can at least win one against Atlanta, we have some momentum going into Cleveland. And they're not a very good... And the Indians cannot hit. They're a bad offensive ball club. They got no hit the other day. They're a bad offensive ball club. Now, they can pitch. The Indians can pitch. But if the offense can find a way to start hitting again, we can beat the Indians, because they're the team we beat last year in the wild card series. Gotta find a way to beat it. Gotta find a way to win the series against the Braves. And then we go to Cleveland. So it's a hard time to be a Yankees fan right now, but I'm going to try to do my best to, no matter how painful it is, I'm going to try to do my best to upload as much Yankees content as I can. And speaking of not pain right now, the New York Knicks have won 6 straight games. I'm going to have a State of the Knicks video tomorrow, as they have a day off as well. The Knicks have a day off after beating the Pelicans for the second time this season and beating Zion Williamson and winning the ball game. What was it? It was in overtime. I think it was like 112-106. It was a great game for the Knicks. They played a great second quarter, fell off the second half, but found a way to win in overtime. Great job by the Knicks. Julius Randle continues to ball out. R.J. Barrett played well. Bullock played well. Hit that huge 3 at the end of the game to tie it up. Great. The Knicks have been playing phenomenal, and if we can get that 4 seed going into the playoffs, the Knicks could win a playoff series. Really, we could win a playoff series if we get that 4 seed. Not even if we get the 5 seed, we still could win a playoff series. This team, you don't want to face the Knicks in the playoffs. They're a scrappy basketball team. They don't let up, they don't quit, and they have Julius Randle, who's one of the best shooters in the NBA. You don't want to see this Knicks team in the playoffs. And if they can continue to win ball games, they could legitimately get that 4 seed. And if we do, the Knicks are going to be scary. So I'll have a Knicks video tomorrow talking about the state of the Knicks, as I do every once in a while. I'll have a Knicks video tomorrow after school, because I have school tomorrow, of course, because it's Monday. But after school tomorrow, I'll have a Knicks video talking about the state of the team, and I'll have a Yankees video on Tuesday, as the Yankees play the Atlanta Braves at Yankee Stadium, a 2-game series as they look to just get back in the win column, as Charlie Morton gets the ball in Game 1 against Jamison Tyone for the Yankees. Alright, guys, so that is going to do it for this video. Make sure to stay tuned for my Knicks video tomorrow, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Peace. Go Yankees.